right away. So number one, we choose the agent, and then we write it down the name. So AI application for Facebook content generation. Okay, so of course, if you want to choose logo icon, then you can upload your own image, select browse, and then you also can be choose here. Today I do not be choose anything here, and then you can also add on some description as well. Then let me create. Then let me click create it. Okay, so that is the entire agent type AI application program page. Within this page, Dify platform provide everything for you to define your AI agent type application. Let me introduce one by one to you. Okay, so here you can see that is the instruction. So what means instruction? That means your prompt. Write it down here. That is the, let me write down here, prompt. We already learned in Unit 3. In Unit 3, we have learned the core style framework. We also have one of AI prompt example to generate the Facebook content. Probably you can be copy nearly all of information into here. And then that used for show your AI application to generate content. So that is number one. And then number two here, variable. Here is very, very important. So let me highlight to you. So that is the key point for you to build AI application and then to only input the 5 key elements. Because how could you input the 5 key elements? It will be go for here. So that is the number 2 variable. And then context, the context means knowledge base. That means in case you have additional information, you want your AI to learn about your content to be generated, then you can be add on here. And then here, that is tools. The tools means if you want to integrate with third-party tools, then this feature will be enabled to integrate diversified third-party tools in case you like it. And then here that vision, based on the name, probably you can be know. So in case we switch this switcher, then the AI can be read out image. And then once you question the image, for example, you update one of dog picture into AI engine, then the AI engine will be tell you, hi, this is a dog, very cute. And then here that is debug and preview. What means debug and preview? I think if you have any experience about programming, you will know. Before we really officially use this application, we need test. Then all of test result will be generated here. So I can see this is a testing area. So it means we input variable and then generate content. And then if the content is okay, then this will be published. Like publish will be go for here. And then here, the area we use for the AI engine selection. You can see right now we select Jimmy 1.5 AI mode, engine mode. We also can be changed to the GPT-4o or 4 mini by click this button. Then we will be change the AI engine, and then based on the different engine, probably the text generation will be not the same. So that is the overview about this. That is overview about the whole AI application for agent type programming page. So that is a major functionality. Before we define the variable, let's first of all to copy paste what is we already learned the AI prompt in Unit 3. So you can see here. In Unit 3, we already learned, we already have one example. So you can see that is marketing goal definition, that is products, the service introduction parts, and then here that is the marketing targeting audience profile, and then here that is unique sales points introduction. So that is in line with our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 input variable, and then we copy paste entire information here. So rest of them, I think probably we do not need to do any change, right? Then we copy all of information. Then we go to our AI application here. So just like we introduced, here we need to be write down the prompt. Then we copy our prompt here. So you can see we already copy all of prompt here, right? Okay. Before we want to generate content, then we need to do the save the prompt. How we save? You can see here. Publish, then we click publish, then update. Then the information already saved here. If we want to use the ChatGPT, then we click here, and then you can see there was the model. Then we choose, for example, right now the GPT-4o mini. Okay, then if you want to choose what type of style, so we can be choose three type of. Number one, precise. That means it will be strictly follow what is prompt requirement. Then generate content. Balance is will be go for a middle way. And then creative, it means the AI will be generate creative contents based on your prompt, and then have some different idea to generate it. Let's go for the balance first. Okay, so right now we already finished configuration, right? And then let's see whether or not it can be worked. So for example, let's write down please generate content. Here you can see that is exactly same what we do in the unit 3. So because we keep the same prompt, okay, we are almost finished the same task what we do in unit 3 by ChatGPT, and then right now we do it by Dify. But if we want to make one of AI application to dedicate generate different Facebook content, it was not enough. The question is why was not enough? Okay, I think let me tell you the answer, because we need to keep the system prompt as the same, and then we need to keep the user prompt, especially for the 5 key elements. So what is the 5 key elements? You can see here. So what is the marketing goal definition? So what is product service introduction? What is marketing target audience? USP, special discount. We need to let user input different information for each content. And in the meantime, after user input, we also need tell AI the key information we get from user. So that is the key points we used Dify platform. Then how we reach this target? Here we need to go for variable. So you are right. In case we finish this one, then we build up our first AI application. So let's go for it, add our variable one by one. Let's add our first variable marketing goal and the definition. Okay, so let me click add here. Then you can see here was a 4 type of variable. I add one, then I can configure them. So you can see here. So short text, paragraph, selected, and a number. So number, like you only can be input number in that area. Selection, that means you can be add on the drop down menu, menu number 1, menu number 2, and then paragraph means you can be add on the big amount of information here. For example, this type of length, then it's okay. Short text, you only can be added 256 wording here. So let's choose the short text first. Then here you can see there was a 2 type of name. Label name means we display toward to the user. So let's see, what is the marketing goal about this Facebook post? Right, then variable used for define understanding. We need to define like this way. So variable, so then marketing goal like this way. Then we click save. Then that means we finished the first one. So then in case user input, how we inform AI in the prompt? So here is another key point here. So we remove generate sales list because that is a fixed content. Then we add our variable. So here you can see we choose variable marketing goal, which we write down here, right? Then click here, and then we go for product service introduction, right? Okay, then we add another one. Then let's add the second variable, that is the product or service introduction. So we copy paste the name here. Then we click add. Then we choose the paragraph because you can see here is too much information over there. Then let me try to use the paragraph, and then we click the setting button here. Then let me write down the label name. What is the products or services about to be host? And then again, we define the variable name. So that is products or service introduction. Okay, then maximum length, I think I can be write it down the 3000. This one is too long, then I change to short. Then we click save. Okay, then so based on that, so we finish the second one. You can see after we finish these parts, then here will be what is the products or services to be posted. And then here that what is marketing goal about Facebook. So here, if you want to add on another, if you want to link the user input into here, then let's go for this one. So this way, we choose the Facebook products service introduction. We can keep this information here, and then later on we copy paste. Okay, and then we go for another one probably that is targeting audience, right? Then we write it down here. Then that is another one. So we choose the short text, and then again we do the same configuration. So what is the target audience, right? Then we also define variable name, target audience, and then we enlarge the length like this way. Then we save. So you can see here is another type of information we need input. And then the last part, and then we also need again to link the user input to our prompt. Let's AI to know what is our requirements. Then still we link this one, targeting audience, then finish. We also leave this information here, then later on we copy paste to here, okay? And then we remove them. Another one that is the unique selling points, definitely introduction. So let's add another one here. So probably that is a short text, and then we setting. So that is what is the USP, right? Then let's define this one. What is unique selling points? Okay, we click save and still keep this size. And then the last one, or what is then we also need to be link information here. Then you can see unique selling points right down here. And then we add the last one. So that one, what is special discount? Again, we choose this short text. What is the special discount? Okay, so we are special discount. And then here you can see there was a requirement. That means if you check it on, then that means this information must be write it down. If you check it off, then that means it's optional. You can write it down or you can leave it alone or empty. Then we again keep the size like this way. Then till now we finish all of things. Then we also put in the variable information into prompt. So special discount. Then till now I think all of the configuration we finish. You can see all of variable or key variable area we already add on here. And then based on that, all of the information, we do not need a copy paste the entire prompt. We just need our user to input the different the key information here. And the rest of them, we do not need to touch. Then let's us try to do these things, okay? Then you can see, we can debug here. What is the marketing goal? Then to promote for sales, okay? And then number two, you can see what is the product or services. Then we copy paste entire information here, okay? And then we write it down here, okay? And then what is the targeting audience? Then we cut off here, and then we put in here, right? And then what is the USP here? So we also do the same things here. And then what is the discount here? Then I copy paste here. Okay, to ensure we save the all of information, we update. And then here, if you want to the GPT start to work, let's write it down. Let us go. Let's see, is it work or not work? You can see after we write down let us go, then AI start to generate contents. From the content wise, I think it's almost similar what we do for previous one. If you think this version already okay for publish as application, then we go for publish, and then we go for run application. So you can see that is your first application. Then it can be start for you the business purpose every day. So let's try to input again. What is the marketing goal? So promote for sales. Okay. And then for example, what is the product or services? Let me write down AI marketing training. That is that online course. Let me put it this way. Okay. And then what is targeting audience? I think, for example, senior marketing expert. Also the executive. Let me change the mistyping. Executive in group company in Bangladesh. Okay. What is the USP? First one and only one to offer this training in Bangladesh. What special discount? We can be leave it alone. Then let's see, then start to chat. Here, if you want to add one more, then you can add one more. I just write it down. Let us go. Okay, you can see we finished the entire application. So till now, I think probably we already finished your first AI application for your business needs to help you generate Facebook content on daily basis. You can be try your AI application after this training, and then you can be sharing your link in the homework session. I'm waiting for your result. Thank you very much. Bye bye.